why Laura's here with our breaking update on the tornado in Texas.
Yeah, now we don't actually have an official storm survey out yet. So what I can't tell you is damage length. I can't tell you how strong the winds were per that tornado. But let's kind of tell you the setup here. Flooding rains expected in Texas, and we also had a severe weather threat area. So there's the big picture. Heavy rain today from Oklahoma City south toward Dallas. Looks as though the severe weather threat is contained a little bit farther to the south from the actual metroplex. We'll watch this closely, but look at all the areas seeing heavy rain. Brownsville up to Corpus Christi. Tonight, this gets into Houston, even later on this evening. Even Amarillo seeing some heavy rainfall. So earlier, the report came in from around Floresville, Texas. We started seeing some damage photos come in from around the high school there. Pictures that looked relatively significant, and there were reports of a tornado there. And that's what I'm reading on my update here. Looks like the timeline on that was about 6 a.m. So I don't have reports. If anybody was in the school, obviously that would seem like it was before classes would start, and we do have information that classes at that high school have been canceled for the day, so the students are not there, and we're seeing photos showing vehicles blown several stories up into the air and resting on a motel roof. That's all from this Floresville area, about 6 a.m. southeast of San Antonio. So the next question is, well, where have those storms moved? They've pushed northward, and we're still looking at an active tornado warning. That is supposed to run until 45 minutes after the hour. So local time there in Austin would be about 9:45. We're 3 minutes away from that. We'll see if the National Weather Service decides they're going to continue that. Also, a severe thunderstorm warning surrounds that. And then we talk about the flooding issues. So see this area of pinks, right? This is some very high reflectivity rates. When we start seeing these pinks, we're talking about rain that is coming down at an incredibly heavy rate. Kyle along Interstate 35 down to Canyon City are seeing that right now. And we talked about that flood threat continuing through parts of eastern, northeastern, south central Texas through the day. Also getting reports from around Canyon City. Radar estimates are showing that they've already seen about 6 inches of rain also near the town of Wimberley that was hard hit earlier this year, and then into San Marcos. Also some very heavy rainfall has already been reported. So they're still looking at some of this rain coming down. So not a lot of movement. You see how they're kind of moving over the same areas time and time again. Like if I put my finger here on Kyle, this is a 2-hour loop. They were in the purple, and they're still in that purple and pink shade. So you can see just how slowly this rain is moving over.
We had a question about tornadoes. Is it caused from low pressure in the system, I guess, if they...
Sure. So in this case, what it looks like is we had very strong shear in the lower levels. So at the surface, winds out of the southeast, you go up a little bit, winds out of the south, and then you continue to go up. And that turning of winds with height can spin these up really, really quickly. So we are going to watch this area for further thunderstorm development today. Looks like the biggest severe weather threat around that Austin, San Antonio area. And then tonight into tomorrow, it's going to slowly move its way to the east. So we'll watch that as well. Big threat is flooding. That's going to cover a lot of people. We're concerned about widespread amounts of 2 to 4 inches, and this is a localized area that's seen that 6+ inch amounts, right? I'll give you another view here of that location that's seen heavy rainfall from Kyle back toward Canyon City and Wimberley. That's been a localized area that's been dealing with the heavy rain, but most of Texas today is going to see some type of that, and we do have to watch for some of these thunderstorms that are going to slow down and train over the same areas time and time again. So again, that's what we know. We're seeing very heavy rain. Just to summarize, Wimberley to Canyon City, 6+ inch amounts indicated by radar estimates, and then we did have the report of the tornado earlier near Floresville, some damage coming in from there. They are going to send out they'll send out storm survey teams, and they'll look into all the particulars on that from the National Weather Service out of that particular area as we go through today, or as soon as it's safe for them to do so, and they'll get all the confirmation and the actual data on that storm that hit there. And also just again, strong thunderstorms continuing near and just to the southeast of Austin here on this Friday morning. Of course, not what the folks in this area needed or wanted to see.
Absolutely. Laura, we got a lot of Periscope viewers saying thank you so much for the great info, keeping us updated.
Sure thing.
And you can follow us on Twitter at Breaking Weather for breaking weather updates, and keep posted on the storm.